Hey guys, what's going on? This is Otis here, and this is some Tank Destroyer gameplay that I ended up having on Armored Shield the other day, and it's very rare that I have tank or Tank Destroyer gameplays, and that's just basically because I'm trying to get in the air vehicles all the time, but on Armored Shield there's only the helicopter, and it's pretty much basically useless now. So I've been jumping to the Tank Destroyer a little bit more, and I ended up getting this pretty decent gameplay. I was 8-0 or 9-0 until I ended up finally dying towards the end, and I think the final score ended up being like 11-2. But overall, it was a pretty good gameplay with the Tank Destroyer. It's something that's pretty fun with. The only thing I wish in the consoles at least is they had at least one or two tanks on the in the armored kill maps, but it's kind of unfortunate they don't have it. But it's just how it is. The consoles can only fit so much, unfortunately. But today, what I wanted to end up talking about was Holloween, 'cause that's pretty much tonight and stuff, and basically my my idea on costumes and everything, and my original thing is that I always say is, if you're older than 12, you probably shouldn't be dressing up. I'm just not into the mood of dressing up. But I mean, I can understand maybe if you're in college or something, you're dressing up like, once here and there. I mean, but for guys at least, I just don't really think that you should be dressing up. I think it's kind of just stupid, at least if you're older than 12. For women though, I could agree with, especially if they're hot. I mean, it's always nice going to parties and seeing them dress up and everything. So that's my take on costumes, at least for Halloween. Another thing too that I like about a Halloween, at least too, is you have to buy a whole bunch of candy for trick-or-treaters. You never know how many you're gonna get to, just because every year it always changes and everything. But the one thing that it's good that I like about it, at least, is I like the little Reese's cups, little peanut butter and chocolate cups. And basically what I do is I always buy way more than I need, because basically then I get to eat everything at the end. And hopefully some years at least too where you get almost no trick-or-treaters and you basically just get a limited supply of peanut butter cups basically for a few months, which is also pretty fun and stuff too. Another thing too, I absolutely just hate grown-ups, at least, dressing up for work and stuff. I can understand maybe if you're working with kids, if you've got some exception kind of like that for dressing up. That ATV just flew over the Tank Destroyer a minute ago, or a few seconds ago. I didn't even realize that until now. That was interesting. Maybe I could go back and see how far above he went. But it's always fun getting some road kills. I think I ended up road killing this guy again. Yeah, because I got that one road kill in the beginning too and stuff. But I know, I just think it's kind of just immature when grown-ups dress up for their work, especially if you're in like a legitimate workplace and stuff. But if you're because my original job too was working with kids, and so occasionally we would dress up and stuff, and that's understandable, at least, just because you got to keep them in the spirit and stuff with them. But there's always a few drivers and stuff at UPS who always just there's not that many, at least, but there's always a few of them that always dress up, and it's just like, are you serious? I mean, they have to keep the uniform so they can do stuff kind of with their head and stuff, their legs and arms, but not really too much. But if you're working in a building, there's people always dressing up and everything. But it's just, I don't know, it's just immature. It's just like, a lot of people say, oh, you're just not having fun, you're being a party pooper. But I don't think that too. Normal, you can go to normal parties and stuff. I just don't understand the dressing up and stuff. But my exceptions are college. I could see doing that and stuff. It's always fun too with those of you going to college/university too for all the holiday and stuff. I remember St. Patrick's Day, the first one doing that. The college had green beer, and so they ended up taking like food coloring and dyeing it and stuff. So sometimes too you'll see at least the colleges, people will dye it like orange or black or something like that, which is just like a novelty thing and stuff. And so that's always interesting too with those type of things. Oh, and that kill I had with the Tank Destroyer, it was basically flying through the air, and I ended up just shooting it and killing him. And this is a little tip right here: if you're kind of stuck in this situation, even though if you have a guy repairing you, you gotta try to get out of there. I should have just kept reversing after I got that last shot off on the guy, but I ended up just staying there thinking, oh, I could kill him. But what ended up happening was there was another Tank Destroyer to my left, and that was the one that actually ended up killing me. And they also had there was a guy there shooting RPGs at me. So that, you have basically 3-on-1. You're not going to win ever in that type of a situation when they're not all in front of you. So that was kind of unfortunate. I thought I was safe, in between both the buildings and the car, and obviously I wasn't. I had no reactive armor when I originally was going in there. I believe maybe had like one plate or something, but it only takes one hit for each of the reactives to come off and stuff. And here's another tip right here for tank destroyers: don't lose sight of the other tank destroyer like that, because I basically disabled him, came back around, roadkill him, and ended up I think destroying it. Another thing too I always recommend people doing is, if you disable a vehicle and there's no one around to either repair it or destroy it or take it, basically what I would always suggest is just let it there, let it stay on fire. The same thing for the airplanes. If you disable an air vehicle and the guy jumps out, what I highly suggest is don't destroy it unless an enemy's going to come take it or they have the chance to repair it and take it, because what ends up happening is that's an extra 20-30 seconds where that team won't have a vehicle respawning, and there'll be another guy most likely at their spawn waiting for the vehicle. And so that's just some strategy they can use for armor kill, and especially for the other maps too, where your airplanes and helicopters don't respawn as fast as armor kill. So that's just a little Halloween tip of the day, we'll say. But hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.
Okay. Holy crap, I just earned a lot of mechanic specialties. I can reset my KD.